Hi, I'm Gayle. I'm hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
I know you are a new artist, you're a new signee to Atlantic Records, and you're already, I mean, at least for me, you're already making an impact with your debut single. So before we jump in and talk about the new single, I want to talk about how this opportunity happened for you. Like, how did Atlantic discover you, and what was it about Atlantic that made you want to join?
Mhm. Well, I wanted to be signed to Atlantic since I was like 12. Like, it is something that I've always wanted. I have, since I was 7, I've been obsessed with Aretha Franklin. I love her so much. Like, she's literally the reason why I do music, and Aretha was signed to Atlantic. Um, and so I think, especially at a younger age, that's like one of my main reasons why I wanted to sign them. And then with Lizzo's album was absolutely amazing. And it was, that's also another reason why I wanted to sign with Atlantic. Um, I think what did it for them was I had a song called Z, and it did really well in Korea. Funny enough, like I had a video that got translated into Korean, and like in a small amount of time, it did really well, which still like blows my mind. And so I even when they like offered me the deal, I was like, "You like me? Wait, what? Like, you think I'm good? What? Like, huh?" So yeah, that's kind of how it all came to be. Was my song Z, which was my second song that I released like ever.
That must be amazing though, being a brand new artist and like one or two songs you release and then one of them already pops off. Like there's so many people that go years before they finally get discovered. So that's, I mean, that says a lot about, you know, your songwriting and your vocals and just your whole creative aspect. So as we dive into the debut single, which is ABCDEFU, it's one, it's super catchy, but two, I'm so glad I'm not like a preschool teacher because now U follows F in the alphabet, and I feel like you just changed the entire alphabet. Um, so dive me into that initial writing process of the song, and you know, obviously you were going through an experience at the time. So because of this experience, would you say that the lyrics just automatically flowed out of you, or was this something that you still had to kind of figure out how to write this track?
Yeah, I mean, it's really funny actually. I definitely forgot the alphabet multiple times. Like I've literally been like ABCDEFU H. Like wait, something's wrong, but I don't know what. Um, yeah, honestly, like the chorus came pretty naturally. I think the biggest thing was we like I loved the idea of ABCDEFU so much. I wanted to be able to like create something that was like lyrically as strong, and especially with one of those ideas, it was especially when you're writing something, you have no idea if anybody else is going to think it's good. Like you just kind of do what you like, and then you just like hope that other people don't hate it. And so I was like, okay, people are either going to like this idea or think it's stupid. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that nobody thinks it's like stupid. And so then the idea actually originally was ABCDEU, or like off or something. And then we kind of thought it was more clever to do the wordplay of like ABCDEFU, but the like we wrote the chorus first, and it was very like because we wanted to have this like chanty like ABCDE, and then like for some reason I was like playing guitar like, and it was just like and your mom and your sister and your cousin and your father and your brother. Like I, for some reason, I just started like listing out like it was like the cousin, it was the aunt, it was the father, it was everybody except the dog, you know. But it kind of flowed out naturally, and then funny enough, the pre kind of came after the chorus because we wanted to set it up of like you were nice, like I liked you at one point, but like now I don't anymore, and I kind of need to spell it out for you. um and then yeah, the verse also kind of came pretty easily, but the second verse we had to do a second session for the second verse, but I really loved the way that it turned out. Especially because I think we loved the idea so much, we wanted to make sure that we could give every section the best shot that we possibly could. So yeah, it came out pretty naturally, but it definitely like wasn't the easiest session, but I think it was just because we all loved the idea so much.
How did Sarah Davis help you during the writing process of this song?
Okay, I'm the type of person where I'm like a mid-tempo bitch. Like I can do like a ballad mid-tempo and be like happy with my life. Like I would be content. And she's like, I'm bored. Be better. Like, give me more. I want it. And also like especially at the time I was writing super self-deprecating songs, like being like, I ruined everything. I hurt your feelings and like I was the worst to you. And she was like, bitch, no, like we hate this man's like because she's like my best friend, and so she knows like every detail, like the best friend never forgets. And she's like, remember that thing you did like 4 months ago, like remember that, yeah, that pissed you off, like let's write that, let's put that in there, um and so she definitely like made sure that I wouldn't be like, let's just do like a drop chorus or like a mid-tempo thing. Like she was like, no. So she definitely helps me get real bitchy. She really brings it out in me and make sure that my chorus don't fall to that.
Would you say that there were times where you were doubtful about the things you were saying? Like you felt like you were too aggressive?
I don't know. I think I was trying my best not to think about it like too much. I was just like trying to write like how I feel. I think sometimes I was even with like the post or something with the like nah, I'm like, should we put that after the chorus? Like I don't know, like specific things, or even like she is a beast at crowd vocals, and like we were literally screaming into the microphone like your mom, like we're just literally screaming in this like poor guy's studio, just like in the microphone, like no, A B C D. It used to say, be like, oh, and I think she also just kind of like helped me like hype me up, being like, yeah, you know what, so she played an amazing role as a writer and like a best friend in that session.
You have so many incredible pockets throughout this song. So for you vocally, how did you go about as far as like discovering these pockets? Was this something that you discovered during the writing process, or was this something that you discovered during the recording process? And how did Pete kind of step in to help you like ease the process in recording your vocals?
Mm-hmm. We actually didn't originally start with the chorus on ABC. It started out the verse pre and chorus. And then Pete actually came in and like started it with the chorus, but it started with like the A B C, and I was like, wait, I love that, but what if we took out the ABC part and just started it out with this like you and your mom and your sister and your job, and but even that idea like really like put it together. And ABC was originally super kind of acoustic, and Pete kind of came in with the electric like guitar, and then also kind of put in more like poppier sounds to kind of give it more of this like I like to think it's more like at times like an alternative leaning song with a lot of like pop elements, and I really love the way that he was able to kind of combine those two influences and put it into like one thing. Um, but even like recording vocals, like a lot of it is just like um, I don't enunciate, like it's a problem of mine. Like when I'm in sessions, like nobody can understand what I'm saying, especially like a lot of times some of the vocals for ABC was like day of, and like if it takes like 6 to 7 hours to write a song, like at the end of it, like I'm tired, so I'm not really enunciating and I'm talking like this. And then like the producer literally they always say to me like, enunciate to the point where it sounds weird to you because it sounds normal to everybody else. And so I really have to like really mentally put a lot of effort into being like, okay, I just spent 7 hours writing these lyrics, I'm going to try and make sure that people understand what I'm saying. And so also Pete did a really good job at reminding me to do that, because I definitely forget sometimes.
Would you say that was the most challenging part of this entire experience? Would you say it was the enunciation, or would you say there was some vocals that you were having a hard time with?
Honestly, I think the hardest part was like finding the best production for the song, because like we wrote it on just guitar, and so then sometimes it's hard, especially I wrote that song with two other people and two other people I love, but we all had this energy that we were trying to capture that like we all heard, but then it's an acoustic, and then you like send it to other people and then you try, like, I'm not a producer, so I can't, like, I try my best to explain what I want, but then it's hard for times for people to like recreate that. Um, and even we wanted it to be like this rock song at times, but then it also, we wanted it to have these like poppy elements, and so it was kind of hard to find this like in between of the two. And Pete really did an incredible job at coming in and like really putting it all, everything kind of together. Um, so I would honestly say like that was probably the hardest part about it. But even I think the pressure of loving an idea so much, of trying to like make sure every, because it's like, even as a writer, when you like write a chorus, and if you love this chorus, especially like in the room, if you just make something up, like you can get really hyped about it. And like there's times where I get like hyped about a chorus, but then like 15 minutes later I'm like, oh, this sucks, that was my bad, that was my bad, I got a little too excited, you know. But if you like love a chorus, then you love the pre, and then you're like, shit, I have to make sure the verse is just as good, we're gonna do bridge, like we have to make sure this doesn't get boring, like you just get so excited and so amped up, you don't want to like ruin it. And then even like showing people it was a little hard too, just being like, because I like really loved it so much, I was like, please like this, like please, I'm begging you, like I really like this, please like this. But I think everything ended up working out for the best. So
It's super catchy, and as I mentioned, like it changes my perspective of the alphabet. But but you know, aside from that, like your wordplay is also great. And is that something that for you just comes naturally? Like moving forward, can fans expect a lot of this kind of wordplay, a lot of this kind of style in your music, or would you say that you're still kind of testing the waters since you're so young? Well, not young, but like since you're so new in the game.
yeah, you know, honestly, like I have been writing for, gosh, like 7 years now, and so like definitely it is a thing that like I can struggle with, but it is, I try and push myself to be a better writer every single day. And I like to think I'm slowly just moving forward with it. But yes, you can definitely expect some wordplay. You can expect some metaphors that I'm actually pretty excited to show people. And also like there's times where I love, like even I have a song that's out that's like Orange Peel. It actually came out before ABC, but there's like a year gap where I didn't necessarily release music. Um, and there's a lot of metaphors in it. It's a very like metaphor based song. And then I feel like at times like ABC, there's a wordplay to it, but it's very like straight up. It's very straight up. Like, you dated this girl that I hated. You only made it 2 days. Like, and so I think I'm trying my best to do a combo of the two, like having very like metaphorically driven songs, but then also just straight up saying it how it happened. And so, you know, obviously like I try and be a better writer every single day. Um, and hopefully they'll be a good little combo of the two.
Now, to close us off, you're gonna kick off, or you're gonna promote. I mean, this new single with the FU tour that you're gonna be doing, 3 dates: Brooklyn, Nashville, and LA in November. What can fans expect or look forward to this, and what are you looking forward to these performances?
I'm looking forward to just see people. You know, I haven't really like been around like too many people, and even the people that like that stream my music, obviously so incredibly grateful for it, but I can't like see their faces. Like I can't like even which still blows my mind, but like on Spotify I have like 200,000 monthly listeners, but like, and I see that number and I love that and I'm like super appreciative of that. But like if I could just like see their faces, like, and give them a hug, or at least like a fist bump or an elbow bump, like something, or something like a 6 feet of just 6 feet away, being like, hi, I appreciate you, like just so I can like visualize you and this person. And even just, you know, at times getting to explain the stories behind songs. I do like with the fact that at times when I just release a song, people are able to kind of attach their own stories and their own experiences, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And so then to kind of be able to be like, okay, this was your story that you put onto it, and this is mine, and like we can kind of like be in this together. And I'm excited to play out new music that I just haven't released yet. And then also kind of seeing like what people like, to know what I should release next. So it's just fun. I'm excited to leave my house, and I'm excited to just see people and sing.
I feel like that live aspect is definitely going to help you be better in the studio, just because now you have that like stage performance or audience audience in mind as you're recording, whether it's like chants or like new vocals or like whether this song will make or break a tour. So um, very excited for you. Congratulations with the signing with Atlantic. Congratulations with ABCDEFU, and looking forward to reconnecting with you once once this tour kind of kicks off.
Yes, yes. You've been so amazing. Thank you for everything. You're so freaking kind.